Hey, this is Bismarck129, and I'm doing an online commentary battle for Rome Total War multiplayer. I'm in command of the Seleucid Empire, and my opponent is Cop449 in command of the Julii Romans. My army consists of 8 silver shield pikemen with gold upgrades, 4 archers with silver upgrades, and 5 cataphracts with gold upgrades. My opponent's army consists of 13 urban cohorts, not upgraded at all, or with 1 bronze attack or bronze defense or experience, 6 Praetorian cavalry with bronze attack and defense, and 1 general's armored bodyguard with bronze upgrades. The battle, I had to cut up the first 4 minutes of this battle. It's just me marching from there to here and his army retreating backwards. Although that would not be a good idea. He's got no archers. And I do have archers, 4 of them. I have an archer superiority and hopefully a cavalry superiority. Now this is a typical, perhaps, Rome army, because most people have mass urban cohort spam and Praetorian spam, Praetorian cavalry spam, and they depend immensely on these units because they're way overpowered and can take on practically nearly any unit you could throw on them. Although nothing can really fight them on equal terms unless they are not upgraded at all, which luckily they are. You depended mostly on a mix of quantity and quality. Thought that urbans were so unbeatable. Now while I'm moving my infantry up, he reformed his line into 2 lines. I'm moving my cavalry up to the right flank in a hope to prepare for a cavalry attack. Fight, I mean. Now he forms his urbans into testudo, perhaps thinking that he doesn't need archers, that all he needs to do is form in testudo and protect him. But it's a real sort of rush army, although urbans do have the peeling. I'm moving my infantry up again. And then my archers follow. Now he responds by sending his cavalry right and to prepare for a cavalry fight with my cavalry. It can be very annoying though using urban cohorts all the time. I've lost a few times because of just urbans and unable to hold his infantry in place, and it really is a mess. I think my archers are now in range and are about to prepare for their first volley of arrows. Now there they go, but they're not going to do much good unless they're striking from behind. But now I'm preparing for a cavalry charge, and I'm going to destroy his infantry, catch his infantry while they're in testudo, hopefully, because he can't keep in testudo and protect himself from archer fire. But he gets out of testudo, but he takes a huge amount of casualties, which was quite amazing. But the casualties that I inflicted on him are nothing compared to what he inflicted on my silver shields, because I stopped right here and they took heavy even heavier casualties, which was a bit of a pain. Now they're still taking casualties, the urbans, and if you look where my urbans were standing, you can see a pile of dead silver shield pikemen, which was a bit of a shock, but I should have expected it. Now, some of them on the right flank, my units are engaged with his urbans, while on the left flank they're still not engaging, but they will soon engage. Now he's turning his cavalry to the right, preparing for a charge. Now I was pretty amazed. They don't really take many casualties, my silver shield. And now I'm about to prepare for my cavalry charge. He has 2 urban cohorts supporting his cavalry. One gets caught in the urban. My cataphracts surround his urban cohorts, and they're hopefully to rout his army soon. They're also carrying maces, but one of my cataphracts is routing, but they'll come back from routing. Now while my infantry is still engaged with his urbans, but he has about 3 or 4 urbans still not engaged. and he could use these to flank and actually destroy my silver shields. Now he does sit there, but he mostly just charged them into a sort of blocks, and most of them are not going to fight. They're sort of shoving the other urbans in the front. Here's the cavalry fight. Bit of a nightmare. I thought I was going to lose it at first when I fought him. Now I sent cavalry units around and I hope to surround his cavalry and crush them there. Some of his cavalry has begun to rout, and these urbans are also routing while they were fighting on their own. With that was a mean shock when my opponent saw this, and when my opponent saw this,
running away. This
left
is
the game,
no way for a leader to
AI
behave, but in battle it is beyond belief.
There comes more cataphracts doing hammer and anvil. They all rout. There's another unit of herb tanks straight from.
Your gallant general has fallen and caused these troops much heartache. Much better to have lived.
For a brief period, and are engaging my infantry until some cavalry come and perform a hammer and anvil. And there's my cataphracts there. One urban court is routed and followed by another. This leaves only one urban court left. And I'm charging it further in, causing as much damage as I can. There goes it. That's the last of his urban courts, and I've won.
Your victory is complete!